G'day and welcome to another episode. Now, if you can't tell from the flag behind me, I am in Georgia. I'm in the city of Batumi. Behind me, there's a building with a Ferris wheel sticking out of it. Some ultra modern towers all over the place here. But in this episode, we track my progress working my way across Turkey. Now, I decided to take the Black Sea route as I heard there was some incredible scenery, but it was also a lot less touristy. And I just met some wonderful people. But before we get into that, I'm going to do a quick recap on the route I've taken so far. And also just a quick note to say, if you're enjoying following my journey, I'm going to continue to post weekly as I work my way to Mongolia over the next 2 months. Internet permitting, that is. So just please like and subscribe. Let's get that YouTube algorithm working a little bit harder. And maybe if I could get this word out and inspire someone else to do some mad adventure they've always wanted to do, that would just be incredible. So this is my route taken so far. Now, as you'll see, not the most direct route, but I tried to find that mix between covering a lot of ground and seeing the amazing sights along the way to countries that I haven't been to before. Now, at the start of this trip, my mother, who's a primary school teacher, said she was going to get her students to give 10 facts on every country I went to. Well, so far I've been to France, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, Albania, North Macedonia, Greece, Turkey and Georgia. So we'll have those 10 facts for Monday. Thanks, kids. But yeah, and also they're saying I've done 3,600 Ks. It's probably a little over 4,000 considering all the roads. Now, here's the route we're taking in this episode, following the Black Sea along the way to Georgia. So I had a pretty eventful trip into Istanbul. Very unfortunately forgot to set my Google Maps to no toll roads. So I was sent on the giant 4-lane highway that goes around Istanbul. Now, after 2.5 hours of battling the freeways, I did eventually manage to get into Istanbul. And I spent most of my time on Heybeliada Island just relaxing, as I had been to Istanbul before and just needed a bit of a break after what was a pretty hectic couple of weeks to get there. Just taking in the view with Sadal here. Hey.
Holiday.
Oh, I'm here with Sadal on Heybeliada Island, and there's actually 9 islands off the coast of Istanbul, and 5 of them are inhabitable, and you can see Istanbul in the background there. Alrighty, so we're here in Istanbul and it is going through a bit of a construction boom at the moment. As you can see, another building here.
Because the huge earthquake is on its way, just on the corner.
So the buildings, all the old buildings that were built in the 50s, 60s, need to get rebuilt. So
Even 70s, 80s.
and Sadal's even got his buildings getting rebuilt in the next 2 years, but there's just construction everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm here in the city of Ankara, which is a World Heritage listed port town on the coast of Turkey, and I'm hugging the Black Sea, as the title of the episode suggests, on my way to Georgia, and yeah, just taking in this absolutely stunning view. just here with Bora. I'm having dinner. He came and spoke to me.
Hi, you too.
And yeah, he's from studying in Izmir. Is that right?
I study in Izmir.
Yeah, and then your father is from this town.
Yeah, this town.
Yeah. And yeah, he's just come up and spoke to me, and yeah, it's really nice. So I'm having my morning break, as I always do, about 2 hours in. So I try and break the riding up with the 2-hour blocks. Enjoying my trail mix, Scrogan, which is basically just like raisins, nuts, lollies, good stuff. And yeah, pretty nice little spot. You can see the road as it just snakes along the coastline. But yeah, on my way to Sinop, looking forward to it. So we're here in Sinop, and I met Jans last night.
Germany, yeah.
From Germany, yes. And he's the first person I met that's also going to the stands.
That's right.
But your route is a bit different, yes? You're going...
It's a little bit different. I'm going to Iran, and maybe maybe I could find another place, and then I go to Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and on the way back I go to Turkey again.
Yes,
and
back potentially through Iran. So there's a chance we might meet up again in the stands. Who knows?
It could be, yeah.
Jens is helping me get the jerry cans off. Yeah, finally. He's not happy with my Australian engineering. It's not quite up to the German standards.
Yeah, it's Australian engineering. But now it's loose.
The she'll be right mentality is not cutting it. And it's... Hey! They're off! So I'm in the city of Sinop as I make my way along the Black Sea, and I had a very useful night at the campsite last night. So first I met Yanni, as you would have seen just in the clip before, and he, yeah, stereotypical German with his engineering, and helped me fit the jerry cans back on properly. So that was something I was kind of needed to get sorted before I entered the stands. So that was fantastic to get that fixed. And then he's also planning on going to Kazakhstan, which is great to talk to someone else that's, you know, looking to do that route. And then I met a Russian called Nick, and he was ridden from Moscow to Turkey, and he was the most helpful guy ever, and just really reassured me with actually going to Russia, and said, yeah, you should definitely just go from Georgia into Russia and make your way around. And he confirmed that the Azerbaijan border was closed. I still might try and go through Azerbaijan, but I don't know, it seems very likely that the border's closed. But yeah, he really reassured me, and just said he's part of a big motorbiking group, and just said, if any issues, let me know, I've got people that can sort you out. So here I am on my way to Samala Monastery, which was something that was recommended to me by almost all the locals, and it was somewhat of a pilgrimage, and given it was Bahrain, it was particularly busy. So here are some photos of what the monastery looked like when they found it as a ruins. And then you'll see from my visit the somewhat creative license they've taken on recreating to what they think it would have looked like. And this is something I came across in Albania as well. It's very hard to determine between what are the actual ruins and what is the creative reconstruction. Quite a different approach to restoration. So I'm in the town of Umzgol, which is basically Turkey's version of an alpine village. So it's up in the mountains, pretty close to the Georgian border. Yeah, it's just this lake and in this amazing mountainous setting. Again, not what you'd think of when you think of Turkey. That's fun. Enjoying some morning tea with some Iranian friends and some other locals. I'm here in the town of Rize, which I was highly recommended to come to for all the tea. Apparently they love tea here. Don't know where they get that idea from. But yeah, might go to a local cafe and see what it's all about, eh? Dominoes in the background. But yeah, it's good. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Now, to summarize my experience of the Black Sea was just all the wonderful people that I met. Literally every time I stopped, I would end up speaking to someone. Here's just a sample of some of the photos that I took with all the various people. They were giving me gifts like biscuits, dates, tea, inviting me into their house for lunch. Man, the hospitality was really incredible. Very, very humbling, to be honest. Another theme of that episode was the next stage of my trip. This has always been the big question mark for me. How do I get across the Caspian Sea and into Kazakhstan? Now, I have two main options that have emerged. The first is to go through Azerbaijan and then get a ferry to Kazakhstan. That's probably the easiest option. And then option two is to go north through Georgia into Russia and then right across. Who knows what's going on with the Georgia-Azerbaijan border, and also who knows the situation at the Georgian-Russian border. Stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully I do get to Kazakhstan, but either way, it's going to be a hell of an adventure. And I'm just going to leave you with a clip I had with a fellow rider who had just been to Russia. He was a Turkish man. Pretty hilarious conversation. I've had so many of these conversations as the whole kind of adventure motorbike community just tries to figure out what the hell is going on with all these borders.
My God. You crazy, man. You going to Russia?
Well, I've got to go to Russia at least once to get to Mongolia. So if I go here.
Are you using the Kazakhstan or
Yeah,
from north?
Yeah, Kazakhstan to Mongolia.
Kazakhstan, money, police. Kazakhstan, money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful. But in Russia, no. Border, no. In Russia, border, no. Georgia, border, no. They had everyone camera.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
all
yeah.
the Georgia and Russia.
I might look. I do not want to go if I can avoid it. So, if this border's open, then amazing. I'll get the ferry from Baku to Atum.
Do you know there's a ferry? You should know.
Well, they're meant to run, but the thing at Turkmenistan, that isn't allowing people to enter either.
Turkmenistan.
The world's fucked, mate.
It's not safe. Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan.
No. My plan is option A is to cross this border and ferry, and if I can't do that for whatever reason, I'm gonna have to reassess.